have quite a lot of. Let's just get started. I'm going to share my screen now so that you'll be able to see everything that we want to talk about. Okay, can you guys see my screen? Can you all see my screen? Can you all see my screen? All right. Someone said no, probably it's your network, Grace. Okay, I believe everyone can see my screen. Okay, welcome to, I want to officially welcome you to the Data Analytics webinar. And I want to talk about what the future holds for an analyst, what the future holds for an analyst. All right, so we'll talk about what the future holds for an analyst, and let's move forward. So we just want to talk about a glimpse into the future of data analysts, embracing data analysis as your career choice, why you actually need to go into data analytics, right? Why do you actually need to go? Those are what we are going to talk about in this theory section. All right, it won't actually make sense if I just start without introducing myself, because I know some of you have actually heard my name, right? So this is me right here and my face, right? This is me and my face right here. So I still have the same haircut, right? But let me just put on my cap back because I'm working with digital world now. All right, so my name is Sani Akim Abiodun, right? About the host, I'm a computer instructor. I train people on different tech courses and also a digital marketer. I'm a data analyst, a data scientist. I'm into digital marketing, also cybersecurity, anything that you want to learn. I have knowledge about it. I have small knowledge, let's say small knowledge. But in data analysis, I am actually the best in town for now. Okay, so like I said, I'm a computer instructor and also a digital marketer, and I work with Digital World Tech Academy. So at Digital World Tech Academy, we've been able to train more than 10,000 students last year, both online and offline. So we do online training and we do offline training. So we offer physical training, we offer corporate training, and a lot more. And we train people and organization on Microsoft Office packages. If you want to learn Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, all those ones, those are small things that we do, right? We train people on data analysis, which is my own field, data science, that's also my own field, deep learning also, digital marketing, web design and web development, cybersecurity, anything that you want to learn in tech, we are here to help. So whether you are in Nigeria or you are not in Nigeria, or you are closer to our location, or you are not closer to our location, you can learn everything from wherever you are, right? Anything you want to learn in tech, in as much as it's not scam, right? You don't want to scam other people. So we don't train people how to scam people here. But in as much as you don't want to learn that, every other thing that you want to learn in tech, we are here to help. All right, someone is actually drawing on my screen. So let me quickly clear that so that we'll move forward. All right, so in 2024, we were able to train over 3,000 students physically at our physical location and more than 10,000 online with 5 organizations. That was last year, that is 2024, right? So we were able to achieve this last year. All right, so let's move forward now. Let's talk a bit about data, about Digital World Tech Academy. So here, this is me right here. If you are looking for me, this is me right here. I just love this picture. And it's still the same picture that I have on my screen, right? You can see it right here. It's still the same picture. All right. So let's continue. So these are some of my team, not everyone. So we are much more than these, but these are the people that actually decide to feature in our picture. Okay, so digital world, we don't want to play too much. So let's just move forward. So about the Institute, Digital World is an online and physical learning platform with the aim of making the tech skill affordable and accessible to everyone. So that's why you are wherever you are now, and you can see me. I'm also in my own office, and you can see me. We can have a conversation. If you have any question, you can always send it so we can have a conversation, right? So that is why you can actually see me, because it's accessible to everyone, anywhere you are in the world. That's why we have students across board. So we have in Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, Cameroon. We have in Canada. We have students in China. We have in China. We have in different places. So, and our mission is to make computer education very accessible and affordable to Nigerian and Africa in general. Okay, so that is about that. Now let's go into the major reason why we are here today. So a glimpse into the future of data analytics. So let's quickly talk about that before we actually know what data analysis is all about. What exactly is data analysis? But let's talk about a glimpse into the future of an analyst. Now, as we all know, data is no longer just a byproduct of our digital life. It is no longer just a byproduct. It's not something that you can just look and say, let this thing pass. No, it is the fuel powering innovation, decision-making, and competitive advantage across all industries. No matter the industry you are, you need to have knowledge of data analysis. So if you are producing something, let's say you are producing ordinary pen, just a pen, you need to know what is your ROI, right? What is your ROI? Which pen is generating the highest revenues? Which location is your pen performing very well? You want to know all those ones. And it's also the fuel powering innovation. So if you notice that, okay, this type of pen is performing very well, you want to know, how can I replicate this to create another one that people will also interact with, that will give you more income, right? So it powers innovation. A whole lot of medicine that come up is as a result of innovation, is as a result of the data that organizations have, that most hospitals have access to. Someone said, what is ROI? Return on investment. Return on investment. So it is the fuel powering innovation. A lot of things that people have come up with as a result of having access to data. So if you go to any medical, let's say hospital, right? So they will always come up with different research, different medicine. That's because they have different patients that are coming in for different ailments, and they need people to actually, they need this drug for people to actually get better. So they always do research and research and research for people, for them to produce more medicine that can help people. It also helps in decision making. It helps organization in decision making. So as a data analyst, there is no way any organization will make any decision without looking at their data. The very first thing any organization wants to do is they look at their data, right? Is this product giving us a good result, or is not giving us a good result, right? So is this product performing very well in this location, or is not performing very well in this location, right? They want to know so that they will be able to make decisions. So there are some products in Nigeria that if you get to Ghana, they are not making any profits there. So instead of them sending that product to Ghana, they will create another product for Ghanaians so that they will be able to interact with it. It helps them to make decisions and also competitive advantage across industry. And the future of data analysis promises to be a remarkable one, driven by the emerging trends and technologies that are redefining the way we interact with data. We have a whole lot. We are going to talk about a lot of softwares that help us to interact more with data, that helps us to do our... Now, a lot of people think data analysis is something that is very, very hard or something. Data analysis is very, very simple because we have a whole lot of softwares that can actually help us to analyze data. A lot of AI tools. If you've used Excel before, in the latest Excel now, there are a lot of AI tools there. So in fact, they just added ChatGPT inside Excel. So you can run your Python code inside Excel, right? You can run a whole lot of things inside Excel because of all this, right? So let's move forward to the next thing. What exactly is now data analysis? What is data analysis? Now, data analysis is the process. Now, we have what we call data analytics, and we also have what we call data analysis. Now, basically, data analytics is the name of the field, but data analysis is the process of analyzing your data. So data analysis is the process of examining, organizing, transforming, and interpreting raw data to extract meaningful insights, identify patterns, and support decision making. Now, let's break it down one by one. Let's break it down. So let's start with the very first thing. Data analysis is the process of examining data. So you want to examine your data. Now, the very first thing, the moment you get a data, right, the very first thing is to examine the type of data. Is this a sales data set? Is this a chemical reaction data set? Is this a data set that I have to do prediction on, right? Is this, you have to know the type of data set you are dealing with. So that's why we give you the type of software you want to use. So if I want to do linear regression now, I can't do that on Excel. I don't want to use Excel to do that. I'd rather use Python. So the very first thing you have to look for is examine your data. Which type of data am I dealing with? Right? Which type of data am I dealing with? Because you should have it in at the back of your mind that whatever results you get, that's what will determine the fate of that organization. Because the very first thing any manager or any CEO wants to look at is their data. So whatever results you get as an analyst is what will determine where the organization will go to. Now, after the examination, right, you are talking about organizing your data, organizing it, manipulating it. So we use Excel to do this one, different Excel formula to organize our data, to create a master data, to create a record, right? Because your data is going to come from different departments. You have the data from the sales department, from the marketing department, from the HR department, from the finance department, right? You have all this data, right? Now, all this data, you organize it, put them together for you to form what we call a master data. Now, after organizing it, then the next thing is you go into transforming the data. Transformation, you transform the data. That's what we call data cleaning. So you can either call it data wrangling. Data wrangling is the same thing as data cleaning, right? So you can call it data cleaning or data wrangling or data transformation. Now you transform your data. Now, in the process of transforming data, what are the things you do? So as an analyst, you should know data cleaning is one of the most important aspects of data analysis. Your data must be very, very clean. So we are talking about removing error values, filling all the empty spaces, right? Changing your data type. There are some data that Excel will not recognize as number, right? Excel will see it as a text, right? There are some texts that they are not spelled correctly. All those things are what you will do in transforming data. Then after the transformation, now the very first, after the transformation, you now start interpreting your data. That's where you start building insights, building visualization. So if I talk about visualization, visualization is just a way of representing a raw data in a visual, in a graphical way. So we say a graphical representation of your data. That is what we call visualization, right? Then all these things, you can also identify the patterns of your data, right? Identifying pattern of your data and also support decision making. So it helps organization, all this process, it helps organization to make decision. Now, it also involves a range of techniques and tools depending on the type of data and the complexity of the data as well, right? So for examining data, this one is not something, let me go back there. So examining data, this one is not something that you actually need a software to do, but organizing your data, you need a software to do that, right? We use Excel. Data cleaning, we use what we call Power Query to clean our data, right? We use what we call Power Query to clean our data. Data visualization, so you can use Excel or you can use Power BI or Tableau to visualize your data. You can also do it using Python or R to visualize your data. So there are different tools that can help you to achieve all these things. Are we still together? Are we still together? Are we here? Are we here? My people, are you learning something? Are you still here? Do you need a virtual water? Right? We are together, right? Okay. All right, all right, all right. Nice one. All right, let's move forward to the next thing. Let's move forward to the next thing. The transformative power. I believe before I actually move forward, do we all understand what data analysis is all about now? I should send the virtual water. Don't worry, send me a DM on WhatsApp. You are going to receive your virtual water in less than a second. So do we all understand what data analysis is all about? Okay, nice one. So now if you have a question, just jot it down. When we get to the question and answer section, I'll be there to answer all your questions. just jot it down. Jot down your question. So when we get to the question and answer section, I'll be there to answer your question. And if you need a virtual water, I'm also here to give you a virtual water. Just send me a DM on WhatsApp. I'll send it to you immediately. All right. So the transformative power of data analytics. What is the transformative power of data analysis? How do we transform from big virtual water? Virtual what? Don't worry. So how do we transform from being just a data entry specialist to becoming the top 2 in the world, right? How do we transform? Now, this will take us back to data analysis evolution. Now, data analysis has come a very long way from traditional reporting to advanced predictive and prescriptive analysis. Now, this will lead us to talking about the 3 types of data analysis. Actually, there are 4, but there are 3 major types that we use every single time. So the very first one is what we call descriptive analysis. After descriptive analysis, we have what we call the predictive analysis, and we also have what we call prescriptive analysis. Now, let's talk about descriptive analysis. Descriptive analysis basically talks about the historical data set. So, what has happened in the past. So, basically, you are describing what has happened in the past. That is where all data analysis starts from. All data analysts, rather. We all start from descriptive analysis. And most of the job or most of the projects you'll be working on will be on descriptive analysis. So it's not every time we do predictive. So we always bring out what has happened in the past. What is the total sales of this particular product? What is the total revenue generated by this company, right? What is the total expenses? All those ones are descriptive analysis. You are bringing out what has happened in the past, right? That is what we call descriptive analysis. Using historical data to generate insights, right? So most of the time, that is what we always work on. Descriptive analysis is one of the most important aspects. You must know how to clean your data in descriptive analysis. You must know how to visualize your data, how to bring out insights from your data. That is under descriptive analysis. Now, after descriptive analysis, we have what we call predictive analysis. So basically, we use descriptive analysis to predict the future. So basically, you are using what has happened in the past to predict the future. That is what we call predictive analysis. What has happened in the past to predict the future. For instance, weather forecast. So weather forecast is an example of predictive analysis. So for let's say, for example, I have an organization that used to produces this water, right? So we have an organization that produces this water. They want to know what is the total revenue generated by this water, right? So we are describing it, what has happened in the past. How many units do we sell in the last 5 years, in the last 2 months, in the last 3 months? That is descriptive analysis. Now, once we know what is the total unit sold, we already know the total unit sold. Let's say, okay, for the past 5 years, we always sell over 50,000 every year, right? We are describing. Now, talking about predictive analysis now. So predictive analysis is basically using what has happened in the past to predict the future. So we already know that, okay, we used to sell 50,000 every month, every year, 50,000 pieces every year, right? We can now give that into a machine learning algorithm that can help us to predict the future. And also, we do predictive analysis also in Excel. So we use forecast, their forecast function. When we get to the practical section, I'm going to show you a whole lot of tools, right? So we use forecast to predict. So, but before you can predict, you must know what has happened in the past. So if you don't know anything about me, so you can't predict the type of clothes that I'll wear tomorrow, right? But if you're kind of person that know my dressing, that know how I dress, right? You can say, okay, Mr. Akim is going to wear white t-shirt tomorrow, right? Because you've been staying with me for quite a longer period of time. So before you can predict, you must know what has happened in the past. So we use historical data to predict the future. So whether you are using machine learning algorithm, maybe linear regression, support vector machine, decision tree, random forest, whatever you are using to predict. So you need to give it an historical data, what has happened in the past. So if I want to predict a weather forecast, there is no way I will predict a weather forecast if I don't know the weather of the last 4 months or 5 months, right? So if I know the weather forecast of the last 4 or 5 months, what has happened in the last 4 or 5 months, then I can give all these things to machine learning algorithm to help me predict what will happen tomorrow. Now, do we all understand descriptive and prescriptive now? And predictive. Before I move to prescriptive, do we understand it? Are we still here? Do we all understand it? Wake up, wake up, wake up. Don't sleep. Okay. Now, all right. So now, let's move forward to prescriptive analysis. Now, if machine predicted to me that because we used to sell about 50 or 60,000 pieces of our product every year, right? Machine can now predict that, okay, by the end of this year, you will sell 100,000 pieces. Machine has already done its own part. That is predictive. Now, prescriptive analysis is talking about, so if machine predicted to me that, okay, at the end, you need the virtual water. Don't worry, don't worry. Send me a DM on WhatsApp. I've not received your message. Once I receive your message, right, I'm going to send you the virtual water immediately, right? Just send me a DM on WhatsApp. Don't worry, don't worry. Just trust me on this. Trust me, right? I got you. All right, so because machine has already predicted to me that, okay, by the end of this year, I'm going to sell about 100,000 pieces, right? That doesn't mean I should now sit and fold my arms. Imagine I said you are going to receive 100 million this year. Let's say $100 million this year. I now say, okay, because machine has predicted to me that, okay, I will receive $100 million by the end of this year. So you resign from work, you stay at home, you don't do anything. You don't do anything, you are just sleeping. Wake up, eat, and sleep. Wake up, eat, and sleep. So you just go around, play around, and all those. Will you be able to receive that $100 million at the end of the year? Let's be truthful, don't lie. So machine predicted that you are going to receive $100 million at the end of this year, right? And the moment you know that, okay, machine has already predicted that, you resign. You are not working again. You are not doing anything. So you are just in your house, sleeping, waking up, eat, just play around. At the end of the year, will you be able to receive that money if you don't do anything? That's a question. Yes or no? Now, right? So now, because machine has already predicted the results for us, right? Prescriptive analysis is talking about the actionable step. What will help me to achieve what machine has already predicted for me? That is prescriptive analysis. So prescriptive analysis is talking about the actionable step that will help me to achieve what machine has already predicted to me. So that is prescriptive analysis, actionable steps. So you see most analysts, in fact, all analysts, at the end of their visualization or at the end of their prediction, they always give something that we call recommendation. They always give something that we call recommendation. They will write about what they've learned about the data, right? The product that is performing very well, the product that they think they should drop, right? The location that they think this organization is performing very well, right? Is this product performing very well in Nigeria, or this product is performing very well in Africa or somewhere? So now, so say I predicted that before the end of the 10 minutes presentation, 20 of the 10 minutes presentation, 20 participants are not likely to receive the virtual water. Just no, Mr. Akman, don't worry. Just trust me on this. Why are you like this now? Do you have trust issue? Trust me on this. I said you should trust me, and you are predicting. Don't worry. I will surprise you. You'll be the first person that will receive that virtual water. Trust me. Check your WhatsApp in a bit. Right? Okay, now let's continue. So that is what is virtual water? I will explain it very soon. I think you are a late comer. I did not come in early enough. All right. So prescriptive analysis is just talking about the actionable step that will help you to achieve what machine has already predicted for you. Grace, my lady, don't worry, you receive it. And all these have become an integral part of modern decision making. It has become an integral part of modern decision making. All right, let's move forward. Now, let's talk about data explosion. Data explosion is basically talking about the rate at which data is growing, right? The rate at which data is growing. So data is growing at an unprecedented rate. Nobody can say this is the rate that data is growing, because based on research, it was said that there are over 2 billion data that are being uploaded on the server every single day. And we are the part of people, we are the people that are uploading this data, right? So I should come again on prescriptive analysis. Prescriptive analysis is basically talking about the actionable step that will help you to achieve what machine has already predicted for you. So the step that you should take: do you need to work on your marketing? Do you need to work on your sales team, on your distribution, and all those? That is what prescriptive analysis is talking about. Now we are talking about data explosion now. Data is growing at an unprecedented rate. And this is driven by the connected devices and digital interaction. And this is making effective data analysis more crucial than ever. Now, as we are on this Zoom call, we are giving Zoom a data, right? We are uploading a data to the server. So if you log into Facebook or Instagram or any social media platform, you are giving them a data. The moment you log in, they have an algorithm that they call Pixel that track your activity. So that's why you notice if you go on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, the moment you watch a video, you like it, they will show you a similar video. They will always show you similar video, similar video. So if you're kind of person that watch football, so if I log into your Facebook, I'll just be seeing football video, right? That's because the Pixel is tracking your activity on that social media platform. All social media platforms have it, including some websites. So they will track your activity. So especially if I'm running adverts. So if by joining this webinar, you might come from Facebook, Instagram, or any social media, and then click on a link. You join. You visit our website, right? So under our website, there is a pixel that is tracking your activities there. So there is a pixel that is tracking your activity. So whatever you are doing, you are uploading a data. That is why there are over 2 billion data that are being uploaded on the server every single day. And all this has made effective data analysis more crucial, because all these data are uploading, they are uploading it to the database. And who are the people that will attend to it? It's you. It's the work of data analysts to attend to all this. It's the work of data analysts to attend to all this. So if they are uploading over 2 billion data every single day, do you think all of us here can handle it? Over 2 billion data every single day. You can do your research. You can do your research, right? If they are uploading over 2 billion data every single day, do you think all of us here, if you get a job in different organizations, do you think you'll be able to handle it? Of course, no. So that is why data analysis is one of the best skills you can learn right now, because no matter the organization you are, they need a data analyst. They need someone that have knowledge about data analysis, because we are a connected economy. So what do we mean by a connected economy? So if I got a project from China last night, like 2 days ago, right? The woman just sent me the data. She's in China. She sent it to my WhatsApp. We are on a Zoom call. She explained everything she wants me to do, and I started in it. So you don't actually need to come to Nigeria before you give me a project, right? That is another data. Just by sending me the data from somewhere to another place, we've uploaded the data, right? So that's that. Let's move forward. So the evolving role of data analysis. Unlocking the power of data is a complex task. So if you have a data, there are some, in fact, as I am now, I'm still, if I see a data, I will be scared. If you see some data, you'll be scared, right? Because especially for those that don't have any knowledge about it, they will think it's a complex task. But by the time you start working on it, so the very first time I saw, the woman wants me to analyze a chemical reaction data. I was like, I don't know anything about chemical. I study economics. How do you want me to know about, how do you want me to have knowledge about chemical? But it's your job as an analyst. If you are working, if you're kind of person that is working for that is a that are just all you are just doing is you are getting projects. You get different type of data, different type, different type of data. And the moment you open that data, the very first thing that will come to your mind is, oh my God, am I the one that will do all this? Because you will receive a messy data. Your data is not, you can't expect your data to come in fully formed. It's not possible. It's not possible. There will be one thing you will have to do before you start visualizing, right? So for those that don't have any knowledge at all, right, unlocking the power of data is a complex task. But by the time you examine your data, you know what to do next. You know, it's either you use formula to do it or you know the software that will help you to achieve it. And as a data analyst, you are the superhero who make it happen. You are the one that will bring out insight from the data. So by the time the woman sent me the data, all I just have to do is calm down, look at the data, read the question she wants me to answer. Then I did it and I sent it back to her. She sent me my money. We're good, right? So as an analyst, you are the superhero who makes this happen. You are the one that will bring out insights from raw data. But the moment you look at the data, it might look a bit scary to you because it's not, you see some data, you see empty spaces, you see some on the right or some on the left, some middle. It's sometimes it's kind of it will give you headache, right? But don't worry, it's very, very simple. What you just have to do is calm down, look at the data, then you already know the tools that help you to do it. There are tools that you don't even need to spend hours on it. They are going to help you. The moment, one thing you have to know is get the skills. Once you know how to make use of the software, everything is very, very simple. Now, but with technology advancing faster than a speeding bullet, the role of data analyst is also evolving at a lightning speed because there are a lot of software that can help you to do a whole lot of stuff. So if you want to do data cleaning, no matter the type of cleaning you want to do, there's Power Query there that will help you to do it. No matter the type of cleaning, maybe you want to change data type, you want to remove errors, you want to remove empty spaces, whatever you want to do, right? They are there. You want to change text, right? They are there to help you do it. But for people that don't have knowledge, they will be like, what is this? How will I handle this? Right? Now, gone are those days of simply collecting and organizing data. So I used to tell all my students, it's not your job to be doing data entry. As an analyst, it's not your job to be doing data entry. That's not part of your job. You have a bigger problem to deal with. Data entry is the least, but you need to have knowledge. So that is the basics. That is where you are going to start from. You need to know data entry, but it's not your job to be doing data entry, right? So gone are those days of simply collecting and organizing data. Today's data analysts are responsible for designing complex algorithms, writing algorithms that will help you to predict the future, and creating captivating visualizations using data. Do you guys still remember what visualization is all about? Do you still remember? Who can remind me? I think I've explained visualization. Do you remember visualization? Who can remind me? I forgot to know. Yeah, you should remind me now. Is there anybody? Are you guys sleeping? Are you here? Wake up. Is there anybody? Hey, see my people. Graphing of data, all right? We have one person. Graphical representation of your data. Simple as that. Just by putting your data in charts, that is that. Graphical representation of your data. That is what we call visualization. So it's your job to create visualization. But I said before you create visualization, you need to clean your data. Because if your data is not clean, there's no way you can visualize an accurate result, right? So the data analyst future scope is bright and has thrilling opportunity for those who love technology and analytics. All right, let's move forward. Are you guys enjoying yourself? Are you guys enjoying yourself? Are you enjoying yourself? Are you enjoying? Am I becoming too boring? Do you think I should add music? Let's dance a bit. Do you think I should add music? You want to see me dancing and dancing and dancing? All right, we have just one person. Okay, Mr. Oscar, nice one. iPhone. Okay, we good. All right. Now the question is, are data analysts in demand? That is the question. So to you, based on all my explanation, all my stories, do you think data analysts are in demand? Do you think data analysts are in demand? Someone said yes. Are you sure? Don't lie, oh, just say the truth. Just say the truth, don't lie. Don't lie to me, oh, just say the truth. Okay, so all of us, that's great, that's great, that's great. So based on my slide, on my research, data analysts are in high demand in today's job market, no matter where you are in the world. No matter where you are in the world, no matter the organization you are in the world, you need to have knowledge of data analysis. So data analysts are in high demand in today's job market. And this trend is expected to continue well into the future, in as much as people are still uploading data, right? And there's no way they will not be uploading data, because a lot of people now are taking their businesses online. So in as much as you are taking your business online, you need to have a database, right? So you need to have database. And is the data analyst that will help you to bring out your data from the database and visualize it, analyze it, clean everything up for you before you can get a result. So now, according to the United States Bureau of Labor Statistics, employment of data analysts and other related occupations is projected to grow by 33% from 2020 to 2030, which is more faster than the average of all occupations. And the demand for data analysts can be attributed to the increasing importance of data-driven decision-making in businesses and organizations of all sizes. So as a result, data analysts are playing an essential role in shaping the strategic direction of businesses across various industries, right? From healthcare to finance and to retail, whatever the organization. All right, let's move forward to the next thing before we go into the practical section. Why is data analysis the future of everything? So it is the process of analyzing data that has revolutionized many industries and will continue to do so, right? Yes, we have a practical section, don't worry. We are going for the next 2 hours, right? So we have a practical section. So it is the process of analyzing data that has revolutionized many industries and will continue to do so in the future. A whole lot of companies are selling the product that are not performing very well in the organization. They are giving out services that people don't need. But because they don't have the data, there's no way they will be able to track their progress. So you are selling something, you are giving out services, whatever you are doing, you need to have the data, right? It's when you have the data that will be able to track your progress. So data has actually revolutionized many organizations, because the moment they start having the data, they will know, okay, this service is not needed here. It's needed somewhere else. So this is the one that we need here. So it's revolutionized many industries, and we still continue to do so. Now, the days of having to do all your analysis by hands are over. We don't do that. Why will you be doing analysis by hand? You are going to make a lot of mistakes. We are talking about millions of data, thousands of data. So if you have about 50,000 data sets, how do you want to do that by hand? It's not possible now. Except you just, and maybe you spend 2 months or 3 months there, have worked on over 20, 30 projects. And you are still working on one project because you are doing it by hand. And at the end of the day, you will still get accurate results, because you still make a lot of errors. Because using machine, it can help you to detect errors immediately without spending too much of time. You can see errors very fast, right? Don't worry, you are going to learn all those ones. Now, there are powerful software that make it easy and fast. And even you don't need a PhD in statistics. I did not study statistics. You don't need PhD in statistics anymore. Simply enter some data, pick out what matters the most from the data, and you are done. So as a data analyst, you see us sometimes, we'll delete some columns, we'll remove some error values, right? We remove some error values. All those ones are not, they are the things that we don't need. So simply enter some data, pick out what matters the most. So we work with a minimum column, right? The column that does not matter, we move it out. So as an analyst, you need to always create a duplicate of your data. Now, if I want to work on any project, I always duplicate my data. So I have the original data and I also have a duplicate. Now, I always work on the duplicates. In a situation whereby there are some, I made a mistake or that I cannot correct on that duplicate, I can go back to the original data and bring it back again. So, because if you are working on the data, you delete some things, you remove some things, you change things, right? So if you made those mistakes in the original data, there's no way you'll be able to get it back. So that is why you always have to duplicate that data, you work on the duplicates, and you keep the original data, right? So here, what I said, you don't need a PhD in statistics anymore. Simply enter some data, pick out what matters the most from those data, and you are done with an excellent report that will help organization grow sales, right? So using or processing short information give you power over the entire sector. It gives you power because most of the results, you are the one that will see it first. All right, let's move forward to the next thing. So the future of data analysis, making the impossible possible. And here I have the future of data analysis is here and it's looking bright. With the help of a lot of AI tools, in Excel, we have AI tools. In fact, I'm still going to show you one when we get to the practical section. We call it recommended pivot table. So what recommended pivot table will help us to do is to just look at your data and help you analyze it. Simple as that. So a lot of people will think you are doing it yourself. No. The moment you enter your data into a pivot table, all you just have to do is a button click. Click on that. It will help you analyze your data, show you your results. Then you pick out the one that you need. Simple. You are done. You are done, right? So with the help of artificial intelligence, and now there's ChatGPT inside Excel that if you are running error formulas, you can always ask ChatGPT to help you correct it. It's there in Excel. You can run your Python code in Excel. So there are a lot of tools, a lot of AI tools that help you to work. So and also with the help of machine learning algorithm and also blockchain, they are all driven innovation that has revolutionized the field of data analysis. So with AI-powered data analysis, business can get real-time insights into their operations, while machine learning can help detect fraud, identify the patterns of the data, all those things that may be impossible for a human to detect. And with the help of blockchain, data sharing can be secured, transparent, and tamper-proof. I have to say this. As a data analyst, you don't share out your client's data. So if you're an instructor just like me, we have websites where we download dummy data that we use to train. But you will never see me using a client's data to train. No, it's not possible. Now, I can use that question to form my own question because most of my data analysis questions that I give my students, they are all international standard. So I use those questions that I've gotten from most of my projects. So then I use another data, then I just join them together, right? So you don't share your data, your client's data. One thing that you need to know is confidentiality is key. So imagine having access to Amazon datasets or database, right? Or Facebook database. So you know, your data must be secure. You don't share your client's data or your company's data with anybody. You don't share it with anybody. So it's big, and most of the time now, a lot of organizations now are using blockchain to do that. All right, let's talk about the last thing on my slide, career path for data analysts. What are the career paths for data analysts? So after learning data analysis, what is the next thing, right? So there are a lot of data analysts. I won't lie to you. As we are now, there are a lot of data analysts. So one thing that can actually set you apart is after learning data analysis, try to learn one other field, right, in the analysis sector that can help you to stand out. So for me now, I am into data analysis, I'm into data science, I'm into business analysis too. And I'm also into project management. So anywhere that the project is coming from, I'm always here to handle it. I'm into digital marketing. If you want to give me a project on digital marketing, I can also do it, right? So as an analyst, try to set yourself out from all other data analysts. So an organization invites me to conduct an interview for a lead analyst, right, a lead analyst. So I have some people that just say, okay, they know Excel, Power BI, and SQL. I have some people that they said they know Power BI and Excel. And I have this guy that said, I know Excel, Power BI, SQL, I know Python, I know NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn, Scikit-learn. He started mentioning a whole lot of tools. For that position, we need to go with someone with the highest skill, right? So the person that have all this knowledge, that have data analysis and data science knowledge, is the person we are going to give this thing, right? Is the person we are going to give that thing to. So data, one field that you can focus more on after learning data analysis is you can go into data scientist. Is one thing that I always tell my students: learn data scientist, learn data science after data analysis. Apart from that, you can learn business analysis, or you go into project management, or you go into financial analyst. You can become a data analyst consultant. You can become a marketing analyst or a sales analyst. Different thing, a database manager, right? A machine learning expert. So you can become one of this, right? After learning data analysis. But the basic thing is you need to have a knowledge of data analysis before you can actually go into this field, because it makes those fields much more easier for you. All right, I think right now we are done with the theory section. Do you learn something in this theory section? Do you learn something in this theory section? Mr. K has said, okay, can we do explanation with? Calm down, you will do practical. Just kindly differentiate between data. Okay, I'll do that at the end. Just right. So do you enjoy something? Do you enjoy yourself? Do you enjoy yourself? Do you enjoy yourself? Or okay, all right. All right, all right, all right, all right. So how many of us are ready for the practical section? Are you guys ready for the practical section? Are you ready? All you need a virtual water. All you need a virtual water. Do you need a virtual water? Yeah, are you ready? Or you need me to give you a virtual water? We should go, right? Okay. So I will close this. Now, you need the virtual water. Okay, I'll send it to you now, Ruthie. All right. So, okay, so I just will open this. So we are going to use Microsoft Excel for our analysis today. And this thing that I want to do in Excel, we can do it on Power BI, we can do it on Python, right? But the basic one is using Excel. That is where you are going to start from. You need to have a good understanding of Excel before you can move forward. So in fact, if you come to our physical organization, or you join one of our online class, or one of our online data analysis class, we always start with Excel, right? Because it's the basics. So you don't train and start from SQL, from the coding, then be coming down to Power BI and Excel. No, it's not a good view of training. So you have to start with the basic, then move forward to advanced, right? There are some organizations that the very first thing they will do is they start with Python, which is not so good for a student. All right. So as you can see, we want to build a visual today. And as you can see, I already have a dashboard template. And you'll be like, oh, how do I come up with this? Don't worry. We are going to do it together. We are going to recreate this together. Don't worry, they are made up of shapes. And this is our data set. So basically, this data set is talking about crash. And it's about just a small, not so big. It's just 52,000 data sets. It's just 52,000. It's not that much. So these are some of the things you always come across, and thank God this data is already cleaned. So we don't really have much to do, right, on this data. I've cleaned it because of our time. So we can't be cleaning and cleaning and cleaning right here because we don't really have much time. But while doing that, let's see some things. Don't worry, don't worry. At the end of the training, I'm going to show you how to get the replay and also how to get the data set that you can use for your practical, how to get the slide. I'm going to show you all those ones. Now, let me show you what you want to create. So if we go to Google, we want to create data visualization. Data visualization. That's what we want to create, data visualization. So data visualization is a graphical representation of information and data by using visual elements like chart, graph, maps, right? So we have that. This is an example of what we want to create. And if I come here to images, let's say an example. Oh, so these are good visuals. Don't be scared. All these things are very, very simple. They are just using charts. This is a pie chart. This is a donut chart. This is what we call a line charts that we use Instagram to do, right? We have a whole lot of charts. We have scatter charts and the likes. So all these things, this is an example of what we want to create. So if we come to this place, let me just click on this. So this is also another example. What we call this one now is available in Power BI. We call it Gauge. So what I have here now is Gauge. We use Gauge. This one, I sit out and I see how to create it today with Seaborn. We call it box plot. This is a spiral plot. This is a bar chart, right? A bar chart. So this is a scatter chart and all these ones. So this is created using Seaborn in data science. So this one, they are small charts that you can see. So we have them. So, but this is an example of what we want to create. This is an example of what we want to create. And creating something like this is very, very simple because having all these types and colors, they are made up of shapes. And we are going to create one now. So let's create our first dashboard. Our first dashboard template. Our first dashboard template. So I already have one here that I want to use. Now, creating a dashboard, there are two types of dashboard. We have a static dashboard and we have a responsive dashboard, right? So a static dashboard is a dashboard that people cannot interact with. So you are just looking at it. There's no button that you will click that will change some things. That is a static dashboard. Now, a responsive or interactive dashboard is a dashboard that people can interact with, right? Someone said, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me? All right. So a responsive dashboard is a dashboard that people can interact with. You understand? So you have the button. So we use something that we call slicer or timeline in Excel to make a dashboard responsive, right? So types of dashboard. We have a static dashboard and a responsive dashboard. So let me type it out here so that you see it. We have a static dashboard, static dashboard, and a responsive or interactive dashboard. So we have a responsive or interactive dashboard. Now, I think I've explained a static dashboard. A static dashboard is a dashboard that people cannot interact with. So people cannot interact with it. They are just there. So there's no button, there's nothing that you can click that will change something. So that is a static dashboard. Now, a responsive dashboard or interactive dashboard is a type of dashboard that people can interact with. So you put a buttons. So we use something that we call slicer. So you put the buttons whereby people can click on it. It's going to change something. And that is a responsive dashboard. Now, but what we want to create today is just a static dashboard because of our time. We can't be creating relationship and the likes. Dashboard. A dashboard is the same thing as visualization. Dashboard is a graphical representation of your data. So we call it dashboard. If I say I want to build visuals, that means I want to build a dashboard, right? I want to build a dashboard. So we call it dashboard, right? Your visualization, if you are visualizing data, we call it dashboard. Now, for those of us that are new, this is an Excel spreadsheet. So this is an Excel spreadsheet. This is how it looks. So this is an Excel. So I'm using Excel for this practical section. And note, you can use Excel for this. You can use Power BI. You can use Python. You can use R, right, to create a dashboard. It does not really matter the software that you want to do. What will determine the software you use is the type of data you are dealing with. You understand? Or there are some clients that will say, okay, use R. I've seen a client that said I should use R for his project. There are some clients that say use Python for this project. There are some clients, in fact, I have a Ghanaian client that said I should use only Excel for whatever project is giving me, right? So there are some clients that can actually come up with something like that. So, but for today, this is Excel software. This is the Excel interface. And we have the columns. So the alphabetical letters are usually represented. They are what we call columns. So here now, this is column A, column B, column C, column D, column E, right? While the numbers are for the rows. So this is row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, and the likes. So there are over 1 million row and there are over 16,000 column that forms just a sheet, a spreadsheet. And if you can finish that, all you just have to do is click on this plus, and that will give you a new sheet, right? But now, and we have something that we call a cell. So a cell is the intersection between the column and the row. So I'm in column A, row 1. So they both meet here, right? So this is what we call a cell. This is what we call a cell. Now, guys, please, I will start at the end of the program. I'm going to show you how to get the replay and also how to get the data set. Just watch me. You can't do it as I'm doing it. You won't be able to learn. So just watch me. Then after the training, you can go back and practice. Do you understand? So just watch me. And if you have any issue, just jot it down. When I get to the question and answer section, I'm going to answer all your questions, please, so that I will be able to move more faster. All right. So after that, now this is an Excel. Now, if you look at my dashboard template that I created, you can see that I don't have all those lines here. You can see the background here. You can see the background, right? I don't have all those lines, right? Those lines are called the grid line. They are called grid line. This line that you see here, they are called the grid line. So we call it grid line. So this grid line, we don't want it to be here. So we've already cleaned our data. Our data is already clean, right? We are done with that. We want to create visual now. So we need to remove all these grid line. So I'm on the home tab now. This is the tab on the home. So you move from home to the view tab. Then you can see that here I have the grid line, right? I have grid line. I have formula bar. What are formula bars? This is the formula bar. So if you multiply two numbers, it's going to show in your formula bar. So for instance, let's say I want to multiply 2 by 2, 2 times 2 rather. So inside this, I can say, whenever you want to do any calculation in Excel, you always have to start with equals to. So I say equals to 2 multiplied by 2. Now you can see as I'm typing it here, it's showing up here. So we call this place the formula bar. So if I press enter now, this gives me 4, right? But in my formula bar, you can still see it's still showing the what gives the result. So that is why we call it a formula bar. No matter the formula that you write, you are going to see it right here in the formula bar. All right. So now back to this place. On the view tab, I want to remove the grid line. So all I just have to do is click on grid line, uncheck it. This tick beside it, just uncheck it. This checkbox that you have beside it, just uncheck it, and you can see the grid line is gone. So if you need it back again, just click on it. It's going to come back. If you need it out, just uncheck it. It's going to go out. Now, if you check here, I do not also have the headings. I do not have the headings, the A, B, C, and the 1, 2, 3. You can see I did not have it here. So we call them heading. So we call them heading, right? All this. So we call them headings. So we have headings and we have headers. So I'm going to explain headers, but headings are what all this one, A, B, C, D, and this 1, 2, 3. They are called the headings. So if I don't want the headings to show, I just uncheck it. So I don't want headings to show in my dashboard. But we have some data analysts that don't like, especially if they want to create a static visualization. They don't want their formula bar to show. So in a situation whereby you don't want your formula bar to show, you can uncheck the formula bar. You can see the formula bar is gone. If you need it back, for me, I always leave my formula bar active because whether I'm creating a dashboard or what, I always write formulas, right? So this is the grid line. Check it and uncheck it. It's going to go. The headings, check it and uncheck it. If you don't want your formula bar, check it and uncheck it. Do you understand? So some people, they don't like their formula bar to be active. But for me, I always use my formula bar. So I always leave it active. If you check all my dashboard, my formula bar is always active. Now, after that, a dashboard is made up of shapes and charts. So the very first thing we are going to do is to create a shape that will give us this background. To create a shape that will give us this background. Let me quickly show you. Now you can see I'm using the latest Microsoft Excel, and you can see right here, I have ChatGPT inside Microsoft Excel. So don't worry, we'll still talk about that, the type of data set. I think I've explained it. I said we are dealing with a crash data set, a crash, accident. That is the type of data set we are dealing with. So here now, so now after that, I want to bring out my shape. How do you get your shape? If you go to the Insert tab right here, just click on Insert. Then here you can see we have shape right here. So for those of us that are using lower version, you might have illustration somewhere around here. So all you just have to do is click on that illustration. You are going to see shape. But for me, I have shape here. I'll just click on the shape. I want to use a rectangular shape, which is this. So I'll just click on it. Then left click, hold down and drag. So that will draw the shape for me. Let's say I want to make it a bit bigger. So I want to make it bigger. Let's put it right here. So you can see I have the shape right here. I have the first rectangular shape right here. So if you scroll down, you can still make it more bigger. This depends on what you are trying to create. So if you are creating a dashboard that is very, very large, so you can make it bigger. It depends on you. So this depends on the type of data dashboard you want to create. So it can be smaller, it can be bigger. So this, what will determine how big your shape is going to be is the dashboard that you want to create. So if you want to create a dashboard that contains about 10 charts, right? So your dashboard has to be very, very big, right? So if it is just a dashboard that contains about 3 charts, so you don't need a bigger dashboard. Are you sleeping? My people, wake up, wake up, wake up. Are you still here? Are you learning something? Are you learning something? Okpanachi. Wow. Do you know this used to be the surname of one of my best friends? One of my best friends. We went to school together. Mr. Okpanachi. Yeah. We went to school together. One of my best friends. I don't know if you are the one. Okay. Now, okay, are you enjoying? Are you learning something? All right, all right, all right. So, if you are sleeping, I'll come to your house and pour water, the virtual water on your head. Though. Since you don't want to collect it now, I'll just pour it on your head to wake you up. Huh? Okay. All right. So after that, now you can see I have the background, right? Now we have what we call a contextual tab. We have what we call a contextual tab. You can see we do not have a shape format there before. So if I come here, you can see the shape format is gone. But the moment a contextual tab are tabs that will come out whenever you choose a special ribbon. That will enable you to edit that particular shape, right? Or that particular ribbon. So here, so we there here, right? Okay. So now, here you can see now we have shape format, right? On this shape format now, you can see we have the shape fill, which is talking about the color inside the shape. So now this now, if you're kind of person that you are not so good with colors, just like me, what I always do is I always ask clients for the type of color they want me to use to visualize their data. So most of them, they don't know the color. I'll just go with white and probably blue or some colors, not too much. But if you are dealing with a client that love dealing with color, you can ask them the type of color they want you to use. So this is where you're going to change the color. The shape fill, which is talking about the color inside the shape. The color inside the shape. Now, if you are good with color, right? If you are very, very good with color, you know how to mix the color. But let me tell you, data analysis is not about the color, but your visual must be very, very appealing, right? And you don't need to use too much of colors, but if you want to use color, this is where you are going to use to choose the color, the shape fill. Then after that, we have the shape outline, which is talking about the line outside the shape, just like this. You can see this black line outside the shape. This black line, that is what we call the outline. This is what we call the outline. So if I come back here, and I go to my shape outline, shape format, shape outline, I can decide to change the color of the outline. If you look at it now, can you see it? So just watch this small line, this black line. So if you see it now, you see that the color is changing. Do you get it? So that is what we call the outline. That's what we call the outline. That's the shape outline. Then after the shape outline, we have effects. So we are going to make use of effects very soon. So under effects, you have your presets, you have your shadow, you have your reflection, you have glow, you have soft edge, you have bevel, and you have 3D rotation. So all these things are for you to just practice and practice. Now after that, I want to draw this shape, right? All these are rectangular shape. So I'll just come here. I can pick my rectangle from here. I'll just draw a small rectangle here. And if you check in this rectangle, in this one, it contains white color, right? So I'll just come here, make use of our shape fill, change the color to white. And we did not have outline for it. So I'll come to shape outline and say no outline, right? But it's not giving us the same result. So we need to give it an effect. So if I come here, come to shape effects and bevel, so I use this type. Now you can see we have similar shape. We have similar shape right here, right? We have similar shape. So after that, so we have this. All you just have to do is put our logo inside it. I'm going to show you that one later, probably at the end of, but because of our time, let's continue. So after this, I'll just duplicate. I can make it a bit bigger. Then I can just duplicate this. How do we duplicate? Since all of them are the same rectangle, 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 so I can just duplicate. Now, how do we duplicate? If you do Ctrl D, that will help you to duplicate. Ctrl D, we duplicate it for you. Then you bring it right here. So I can just reduce this and drag it right here. I can just stop it right here. So this is where, are we getting it? Are we learning something? Are we learning something? Are we still here, my people? Hope you are not lost. We've not started analysis though. We are still building our dashboard where we are going to put our visuals. That's the very first thing. So this is like the hardest part. Once you are done with this one, there's nothing again. Pivot table will help you to do every other thing, right? So after that, the next thing is I can just duplicate this one also. Ctrl D to duplicate, right? Then I can reduce this. I can reduce this and put it somewhere around here. So this is where we are going to put our KPIs. What we call KPIs, key performance indicators. So we call it key performance indicator. So we put our KPIs right here. So I will duplicate this, put this right here, right? Then I can select the two together, duplicate, Ctrl D to duplicate, put it right here. So Ctrl D to duplicate this. So it's going to put it right there for you, right? Then after that, where you are going to put your charts, just make this one, just pick one of these, Ctrl D to duplicate it. Then right here, I can put it right here. Sorry, let me make this a bit smaller. So here now, I can make it bigger because this will contain charts. So I can make it bigger. So we can have our charts inside here. So I'll duplicate this one, Ctrl D to duplicate. I can put it right here just to make sure that we have everything arranged. So here now, I'll just make it bigger, right? So KPIs is key, yeah, we call it key performance indicator. So every other thing that you have to do is just duplicating. So you put this one down here, right? And this depends on the number of charts you are trying to come up with, right? That is what we determine how many rectangles you are going to use. So I believe with this now, you should be able to come up with something that is more amazing, more neat, and more beautiful than this one. Now we already know we have some basic knowledge of how to create a dashboard template. Now let's start building our visuals. Let's start analyzing data. So this is the data set that I want to do. So the very first thing that I always do when I'm analyzing data is to put my data in a table, right? So which instruction do we use to create a rectangular shape? Now, I'm not using any, there's no any questions, there's no anything. I'm just coming up with this myself. Do you guys? I'm just coming up with this myself. So you can get different templates on Google that you can use to come up with your dashboard. Nobody will tell you that this is they can just tell you that, okay, I want the dashboard to be responsive, but they cannot tell you that, okay, this is where you should put the chart, or this is where you know, right? You are the one that will come up with the templates. So you can do, so as an analyst, you must always be ready to search about a lot of things. So do research about it so that you can practice with different templates, right? Just to make your dashboard much more visually appealing. All right, so now I have my data here. The very first thing I always do is to put my data in a table. Now, how do we put our data in a table? So all I just have to do is, if you go to Insert, you have Table right here, or I can use Ctrl+T to put my data in a table. So I put my data in a table, I'll use Ctrl+T, or click on this to put my data in a table, Ctrl+T, and I'll just click on OK. Now, from here on, this is where you start answering questions. So let's say, after that, we will now put our data in a pivot table. A pivot table is a powerful tool that helps us to summarize and analyze our data. Now, the moment you put your data in the table, it also gives you what we call table design. It gives us a table design. So this table design, now if you click on it, you see what we have here, summarize with pivot table. So if I click on summarize with pivot table, and I click on OK right here, so we have our pivot table. This is what we call pivot table. And right here, we have this is an AI tool, recommended pivot table. So if you click on this recommended pivot table, now you can see it has helped me to analyze my data. This has helped me to analyze my data right here. But don't worry, we are not doing it with AI. We are doing it manually. So we are doing it manually. Now, let's say, which day of the week do you think accident occurs the most? Let's answer that question first. Which day of the week do you think accident occurs the most? That is number one question. Which day of the week do you think accident occurs the most? Are you still here, my people? Are you sure that you are still here, or you are sleeping? Are you guys still here? Okay, we have one person that says Friday. What about others? What about others? What about others? So no, iPhone, choose one. Choose one, don't choose two. So we have Friday. So which day of the week? Which one is weekend? Choose one. Okay, let's say Monday, Saturday, Monday. All right. So the data will tell us, yes, but you guess. Which day of the week do you think accident occurs the most? All right. So I'm giving out 2 virtual water if you get it correctly. So I have like a lot of them here, right? So I will give you as a gift my virtual water as a gift, right? So how many of you are ready to win my virtual water? How many of you are ready to win my virtual water? How many of you are ready to win my virtual water? So if you get this answer correct, you get 2 virtual water. All right. So let's get the question now. Let's get the answer. Since I have it in my pivot, right? All I have to do is come here, pick day of the week, drag it in the row, drop it right here, and you can see this will give me the name of the days, right? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, right? Then after that, I want you to count the number of accidents that happen on each day. Let me zoom it in so that you see it very well. So I want you to count the number of accidents that happen on each day, right? So all I just have to do is drag the day week again and drop it in values right here. So this will do, you can see, count of day week. So it's going to count the number of accidents that occur on each day. So if I right click, then sort from largest to the smallest, and you can see Saturday have the highest, so followed by Friday. So who are the people that win my virtual water? Who is saying Saturday and Friday? Just choose one. So how many of us, who are the winner here? You know I went for Saturday too, right? Okay, after the class, just send me a message. I will give you your virtual avatar. Send me a DM. I'll give you your virtual avatar, right? You said Saturday. No, you are lying. You went for Monday. Divine, you did not see anything. So Saturday actually has the highest, right? You can see how easy it is. The hardest part is create. I should expect your DM, Irene, no problem. The hardest part is to create this. Most are able to come up with this. Analyzing is very, very easy, right? Just drag and drop. Then after that now, I can put this in a chart. So that we'll be able to put it on our dashboard. So let's put it in a chart. So all I have to do is click on pivot charts, and pivot always recommend chart for us. So we are going to go with the recommended chart. So I'll go with this. So this is the chart that, so you can actually change it. You can say you want a line chart, you want a bar chart, you want a pie chart, you want area chart, you can choose any type of this chart. This is basically your choice, right? So, but for now, I'm going to go with a column chart that Excel has given to me. So I'll just click on OK. So where did I click to get the pivot chart? All I have to do is click on pivot analyze. So once I click on pivot analyze, you come to pivot chart. So I just click on pivot chart, right? And this will give you this. Then after that, I'll just click on OK. And right here, I have the chart. I have the chart here. So now, all I just have to do is, I'll just cut this out. I'll just cut this out. So I'll just do Ctrl X to cut. Then go to my dashboard and paste it right here. Ctrl V to paste. Now I have our first chart on our dashboard. I have our first chart on our dashboard. You can see it, right? And you can still design these charts. You can design it. So if you come here to design right here, so you can give it any design of your choice. So let's say I want to go with this design. I just click give it, right? So you can still do more. So how many of us want us to do one more? Or we should go to the question and answer section. If you want one more, say one more. Or we should go to the question and answer section. If you want us to do one more visual, say one more. Or we should go to the question and answer section. So one more. All right. So let's do one more. So now let's go to the gender. Which gender do you think gets involved in an accident the most? Is it male or female? Which gender gets involved in an accident the most? Is it male or female? Which gender? Is it male or female? Male. What happened? Why are you all going for male? What happened? Everybody's just going for male. Why? Why are you all going for male? No female. We just have like 3 or 4 female. All right. They are majority. Okay. So now let's see. All right. So I'll just go to my table design. Summarize the pivot table. Because I already have an existing table, I just click on existing table. Come here and say I want it to be, let's place it somewhere around here. Let's place it here and click on OK. Right? So after that, I'll just come here to my gender, drag and drop the gender in the row. So we have some that are unspecified. So for now, I'm just going to remove the unspecified. I'll filter it out. So I don't want the unspecified, I just want male and female. Then drag the gender again, drop it in the value. And right here, you can see female is 14,950, while male is 37,000. Wow. So all I just have to do is right click, sort from largest to the smallest. And you can see male has the highest number. So male is 37,000, while female is just 14,000. It's not even up to 50%. Wow. Then after that, I'll just click on pivot chart. And let's say I want to use a pie chart for this. I'll just click on pie chart. And you can use a donut chart. Here you have a donut chart. You can change it. So you can use 3D pie charts. Right? Let's say I'm going with this 3D pie chart. I'll just click on OK. And right now, I have this 3D pie chart. So all I have to do is all I have to do is, so from your analysis, you are less, what is this? So all I have to do is cut this out and go to my dashboard and paste it right here. I have my second chart right here. So I'll just arrange the chart and make sure that I have it very well. So you can still make this chart very well. Yeah, you can still make it more beautiful than this. But because of our time, we need to actually move a bit faster. So at this point, so I know a lot of you will be feeling like this man now, like, Akeem, wow, what is this? How many of you are feeling like, wow, I need to blow off my head? How many of you are feeling like this man now? How many of you are feeling like this man? Like, wow, I need to blow off my head. This is, I'm having headache. How many of you are feeling like this? How many of you are feeling like this man? Right? Okay, analysis is not, yeah. We'll put a title. That's not the problem. So analysis is not about, just, it's not something that is really hard, right? It's not something that is really, really hard. So now, how many of you would like to become a pro at this? How many of us here would like to become a pro at this data analysis? How many of us want to challenge me? Right? How many of us want to challenge me? How many of you here want to challenge me? How many of you would like to become a pro at this? Right? Okay. So you want to become a pro, you want to become a pro. Now, let me tell you, data analytics is not something you can learn in one class. It's not something we can learn in one class. In fact, actually, we've done a whole lot of more things. So you still need to have some basic knowledge about it, right? You still need to have some basic knowledge about it. So that is why I came up with a 12 weeks masterclass that we call the Ultimate Data Analytics Masterclass. For the next 12 weeks, we are going to start from the total basics of Microsoft Excel to advanced Microsoft Excel to doing your prediction and your visualization. And you are not going to learn only Excel, you are going to learn over 50 Microsoft Excel formulas in this 12 weeks masterclass, right? You are going to learn, we did not even talk more on table today. We just breeze on it, right? You are going to learn in depth on table and more tools, more advanced tools that you can use on pivot table. So we'll still play more around with all the charts. So we are going to be talking about the charts individually, right, in that class. So what we did today is just a static dashboard, right? So you are going to learn how to make your dashboard responsive using Slicer and Timeline with Microsoft Excel. You are going to learn data manipulation with Microsoft Excel. Not only that, you are going to learn data cleaning with Power Query. How to clean your data with Power Query. You are going to learn that. You are going to learn M language also with Power Query. You are going to learn data modeling with Power BI, right? You are also going to learn DAX in Power BI, data analysis dashboard in Power BI. You are going to learn how to write the DAX function in Power BI. You are going to learn data visualization with both Excel and Power BI, right? You are going to learn how to create a database creation with MySQL. You are going to learn that. How to query database using different statements, select statements, create statements, alter statements, update statements. How to use all these statements to query database, right? You are going to learn that. And you are going to get access to all my recorded videos on Python Essential. You are going to get access to that. All my recorded video on Python Essential. And not just that, before you even start the class, you are going to learn how to create a portfolio. Because as a data analyst, you need to have a portfolio where you are going to be saving your projects. Because most people that will give you projects, they will need to ask you, what have you done? Right? So you need to have a portfolio where you'll be storing your visualization, your analysis, everything. So you are going to learn how to create a portfolio. You're also going to learn resume creation, how you can update your CV, how you can create your CV, right? You're also going to learn how to optimize your LinkedIn account. How to optimize your LinkedIn account. You are also going to learn it. Now, not just only that, so if you have to be talking about the work, right? But I'm not charging you the work. So starting from introduction to Microsoft Excel to advanced Excel, data cleaning with Power Query, data modeling, Power BI, DAX, right? Data analysis, expression. And not just only that, all these videos has been recorded. It's a live class. It's a live class. But if you miss a class, you will have access to the replay of that particular class. But if you don't want to actually go through the replay, all this video has been recorded on Digital World LMS. You will have your own student login, whereby you can log into the LMS. It's yours forever. You can log into the LMS and watch the recorded video. You can even learn ahead. You can study ahead of the class. So the class is every Saturday, every Friday, and Saturday. So you can learn ahead of the class. So you will get data analysis handouts and a lot of data sets, right? A whole lot of data sets. And also I record video every single day. So you'll be getting different tips on data analysis. And you are not just going to be in class with only me. You are going to meet Mr. Ayo, Mr. AK, Mr. Jide, Ms. Zainab, Ms. Victoria, Mr. David. You are going to meet a whole lot of other instructors also. And you have direct access to all Digital World Data Analysis instructor in case you have any question. And you also have direct access to me, right? At the end of the program, you are going to get certification. You are going to get certification and you will get entry job placement and also internship. And also you'll be able to work with us if you are so good. Now, the question is, how much am I charging you for this? Right? How much am I charging you for this? Now, if I'm to charge you for our premium class, if I'm to charge you for at our premium rate, we always charge 150,000 naira. But for the very first 50 people that will make payments tonight, because the class is starting on Friday, this Friday, right? For the very first 50 people that will make payment tonight, I'll just be charging you 15,000 naira, right? For the very first 50 people. Now, 15,000 naira for Nigerian. If you're in Ghana, it's just 250 Ghana cedis. If you're in Cameroon, it's just 5,000 CFA. And if you are in Kenya, it's just 2,000 Kenya shillings. It's just 15,000 naira. So if you, for the very first 50 people, now these very first 50 people are going to get access. They are the one that will get access to all my recorded videos on Python Essential, right? They will also get access to monetization of skill, how you can monetize your skill. You also get access to that. So we have a program that we call Celebration, right? So you get access to the full Microsoft Word course and full PowerPoint course. That is the bonus for the very first 50 people that make payment of 15,000 naira tonight. And the class is starting on Friday, 8:30 p.m. on Friday for Nigerian. For Ghanaian, it's 7:30. For Cameroonian, it's still 8:30. For Kenya, for now, we are still working on your timing, but you will still be joining us at 10:30, right? For the very first 50 people. So if you want to make your payments, you can make your payments. If you are in Nigeria, you can pay to Money Points, Digital World Tech Academy. This is the account number, and the account number has also been dropped in the group. It's just 15,000 naira for Nigerian. If you are in Ghana, you are paying PM. PM is not AM. So if you are in Ghana, you are paying just 150 Ghana cedis, and you are paying into Vodacash. This is the account number right here. You are paying into Vodacash. So if you are in Cameroon, you are paying into MTN Momo, right? And if you are in Kenya, you are paying into M-Pesa. Now, someone said, how much is the handout? You are not paying anything. Once you make the 15,000 naira deposit, you get access to all the materials, right? Including the LMS. You get access to the LMS. You also get access to the all our slides. So all the courses has been everything we are going to cover, they have been put in a slide So you will get access to all the slides. So as you're starting Microsoft Excel, you get access to Microsoft Excel. If you are talking about resume creation, you get access to resume creation slide. All these things, as they are there, they are what you are going to get access to. Now, let me show you the LMS. So once you make your payment, you drop your payment proof in the group, you will get the registration form from our admin, right? Once you get your registration form, you fill the registration form, right? Now, let me show you what you are going to get on the LMS. So if I come here for the LMS, I said 15,000 naira, 15,000. So here, if I come here, so you see, you receive something that looks like this. You received for data analysis, Digital World Tech Academy. You are going to get access to that. So all you just have to do is scroll down. You see your login details here, right? All you just have to do is click on Study Data Analysis. So you see your login details right here, down here. All you just have to do is click on Study Data Analysis. So just click on Study Data Analysis, and this will take you to Digital World websites. So all you just have to do, the login detail that you see here, that is what you are going to fill in here, right? You just fill in here, then just click on login. Now, once you log in, you can see that I have 3 courses here. I have 3 courses. It says, welcome, Akim Abiodun. I have 3 courses here, right? So I'll just click on my course. For you, you are going to have 1 because you are registering for data analysis. So for me, I'll just click on my course. So all you just have to do is click on your course, right? Click on course. So you can say I have video editing right here. I have access to that. I have digital marketing, and I have data analytics. And you can see it was created by Akim Sani, which is me, right? All I just have to do is click on study, right? I'll just click on study. So once you click on study, you see you have access to all this recorded video, introduction to data analytics. So all you just have to do is you start playing it.
So welcome to the data analytics masterclass.
So introduction to Microsoft Excel, right? You get introduction to Microsoft Excel. It's loading up. So introduction to Microsoft Excel backend, opening and closing of spreadsheets, all those ones under Excel. So let me show you intro to Excel window. So here,
welcome to the practical aspect of this course. We are done with.
So now, after that, all you just have to do is you can go through all this one. So you can see all you have on Excel. Then after that, you have Power BI, right? After Power BI, you go to MySQL. And now, once you finish MySQL, you have bonuses. You have bonuses right down here. You can see how to create a portfolio, how to upload a project on Portfolio, how to create a resume with Canva, LinkedIn optimization, freelancing, right? And you can see bonus too, right? Python Essential. Now, this will be available for all the people that make payment tonight, just for the very first 50 people. Now, this is a live class. This recorded video is just a support. It's just a support so that you can learn ahead of the class. So that you'll be able to learn ahead of the class, right? The class is a live class. It happens every Friday and Saturday, 8:30 p.m. Nigerian time to 10 p.m. Nigerian time. If you're in Ghana, it's 7:30. If you're in Cameroon, it's 8:30. If you're in Kenya, for now, we are still working on your time, right? But for now, you will still be joining Nigerian, Cameroon, and Ghana, right? So you still be joining all of them. So, but your own time will be 10:30. But we are still working on changing your time. So for Cameroon, because we know it's quite late, but for now, that is what you will still be doing. So that is that. Let me start taking questions. Let me start taking your question. Is there a certificate? Yes, I'm going to get certificate after the class. The moment you make your payment, right? The moment you make your payment, you will get a certificate after the project, after you are done with your class. So you must now. Let me tell you, this class is not for people that are lazy. You are going to get assignments. You are going to get projects, right? So you have to do your assignment because data analytics is more of practical. is not theory, it's more of practical. So you have to do practical. You will get assignment, you will get projects. So the video is yours forever. The video is yours forever. So you have direct access to that. It's live class every Friday. How much? It's just 15,000 naira. It's just 15,000 naira. All right, let me start taking questions. If you have a question, 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 didn't see the course content. This is the course content now, starting from Microsoft Excel, right? So all this, don't worry, I'll still drop the course outline in the group. I'll still drop the course outline in the group, right? I'll still drop the course outline in the group so that you can go through it. You can go through it in your own, at your own leisure time. So raise your hand, let me start taking questions. Let me take questions, let me take questions. So if I pay now, yes, you'll have access to the course and you'll be added to the paid group. You'll be added to the paid group. What about the recognition? Our certificate is recognized globally. So you can use our certificate anywhere. We have students across globe. The InterWorld is a registered academy. So we are not only in Nigeria, we have students across the globe. Yes, I will drop the course outline in the group. Also, the replay of the class, I will also drop it in the group. What is different between data analysis and data science and data structure or data science? So I believe you want to write data science. So on the layman angle, don't let me go into more advanced too. On the layman angle, data analysis is the process of analyzing your data. So in data analysis, you are more of doing descriptive analysis. But in data science focus more, let's say it's the coding aspect of data analysis. Let's say it's the coding aspect of data analysis. You understand? So this is where we use Python and R. And you are going to learn things like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn, Scikit-learn, and the likes. All those ones are what you are going to learn in data science. So you can raise your hand. Let me take your question. If you have any question, please raise your hand. Raise your hand. We don't have much time again. Just raise your hand. So this course is not free. There is no, the webinar is free. And we are still in the webinar. The webinar is free. The replay of the webinar will be dropped in the group. And also, all right. I'm back now. Okay. Sorry for that. So you can raise your hand. Let me take your question. Let me take your question. Let me take your question. If you have any question, let me start taking your question. If you have question. What about SQL and Power BI? You are going to learn SQL and Power BI. You are going to, it's a 12 weeks masterclass. And in this masterclass, you are going to learn Excel, you are going to learn Power BI, and you are going to learn SQL. So now I know a lot of you did not plan that you are going to make payments in this class, right? So what I'm going to do for you is, if you don't have the full payment, you can make 50% tonight so that you become part of the very first 50 people. So you can make 50%, you can make 50% and balance up next month. So it's a win-win. So if you make 50% tonight, you will start the class, you can balance up next month. So you can make 50%, wherever you are. Maybe you are in Nigeria, you pay 7,500. If you are in Ghana, it's just 75 cedis. If you are in Cameroon, it's just 2,500 cedis. If you are in Kenya, it's just 1,000 Kenya shillings, right? So you can make 50% and balance up next month. All right, you just paid for the masterclass. Kindly drop your payment proof in the group so that our admin will confirm your payment and you will get your registration form. Then you'll be added to the paid group. All right. Any question, any question, any question, any question before we call it a day? We spent close to, yeah, you can deposit 10,000 and balance up later. So the account number has been dropped in the group, and this is also here, Money Point, Digital World Tech Academy, 5495591922 for Nigerians, if you are in Nigeria. And if you are in Ghana, you pay into Vodacash. If you are in Cameroon, you pay into MTN Momo. If you are in Kenya, you pay into M-Pesa, right? So you just deposit, drop your deposit, drop your payment proof in the group. Once you drop your payment proof in the group, Then our admin will confirm your payment and send you the registration form. Yeah, you can deposit the 10K and balance up next month. You can deposit the 10,000 naira and balance up next month. Is there any question from anybody? So it is not access to all the costs. You will get direct access to, if you whether you make full payments or you deposit, you get access to all the costs, including the live class. Including the live class. So you get access to all the costs, including the live class and all the LMS. Any arrangement for physical class? Yeah, we have physical class. Just send me a DM. Let me know your location. If you are closer to our location, then you can come for physical class. But physical classes, the difference is the payment is different from the online class. Can I make payment tomorrow? I don't know. Once we have up to 50 people, you can make your payment tomorrow, but you won't have access to the bonus. You are not going to get access to the bonus. So once you have up to 50 people, you'll know in the group. So we drop a message in the group. So then that means you don't have access to the payments. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You can deposit 10,000 and balance up next month. So is it 50? No, 50 people for everywhere. Is there any software to download? The only software you need to install is Microsoft Excel. Then Power BI and SQL, they are open source software. So you can download that one. But Excel, you will need to install it. So once you have Excel installed, then you are good to go. So Power BI and SQL, you will learn how to install it in the class. So bonuses for participating today. So I will drop the slide in the group, right? I will drop the data set also in the group so that you can practice. And also I will drop the replay of this class in the group so that you can watch the replay and also practice with it. Now, what I'm going to do, you will have that whether you register for this class or you did not register, you will have direct access to me. So you can always call me. You can, if you have any question, feel free to always call me anytime. So you can call me, except if I'm in a class, that's where I won't be able to pick your call. But if I'm not in a class, I'll pick your call. I'll help you to answer any question that you have. So you can pick my number from the group and send me a DM, call me, or if you can message any of the admin. You can message any of the admin, just tell them they will send you my number if you can't pick it from the group. And also, this is my number right here on the screen, +234 9166 48 3003. This is my number right here. So you can message me directly on this number. So how do we access the study material after filling the registration form? So after filling the registration form, you'll be added to the group. Then the LMS access will be sent to your what is it called? To your mail. My Excel is 2013 version. I'll advise you get the latest Excel, either Office 365 or Microsoft Office 2021, because that 2013 that you are using, there are a lot of formulas that we will use that are not there. For instance, XLOOKUP is not on 2013. It's not even on 2016. It's not on 2019. So you can only have access to 2021. Forecast is not on Excel 2013. Also, all those ones, you are not going to have access to it. Sequence is not there. Some date functions are not there, right? Some date function like Workday INTL, they are not there. So I'll advise if we can get Excel 2021, then it's fine. So you can just take your laptop to any software engineer to help you install Excel 2021 and activate it. And how do you know that your Excel is activated? Let me quickly show you that. How do you know that your Excel is activated? Because most of my students now, they will come back to me and say they've done the installation, but after 7 days, it will not work again, right? How do you know that your product has been activated? Once they install Excel for you, just let me close this, my Excel, and open it again. And let me just close this. And let me open my Excel again. This is my Excel. Let me open it. So I'll just click on, once you open your Excel, just come to account right here. So just come to accounts. Just come to accounts. You will see right here, it's going to say product activated, right? It's going to write product activated right here for you to use. So you can see for me, I pay for my own subscription. right here. But yes, you can. Office 365 is okay. Office 365 is okay. So you can see me, I'm using Microsoft, the latest Microsoft Office 365. That is what I'm using. I'm using Microsoft 365. That's the latest. That's what I'm using because that's what you are going to learn with. So you need to learn with the latest. And you can say, I have my own, I paid for my own. So they update it every single day. So yeah, it's fine if it is Office 365. So also if you come here to accounts too, you see the version of Microsoft Excel that you are using. So you will know if you need to update it or you can still use it. But you can start with 2013. If you cannot update it now, you can start with it and update it later. But I'll advise before you start the class, you can update, I will advise you update it so that how much do you pay for your own? I cannot say that right here. I'm very sorry. I can't say it right here on the live class. No, it's not so good. I can't say it right here on the live class. No. It's not, I can't say it right here. iPhone, I'm very sorry, but it's a policy, so I can't say it. So my question is, what is the difference between Google Sheet and normal spreadsheet? Google Sheet is created by Google. So we don't really use Google Sheet for analysis. You can't see any data analyst and they'll tell you they use Google Sheets. No. So they use Excel because we are open to a lot of tools, right? So we don't use Google Sheets. All right. Any other question? Any other question? Just page 75. All right. You can drop your payment proof in the group. Once you drop your payment proof in the group, our admin will attend to you. Policy, isn't the price common to all? The price varies. It depends on the batch on the packages we are going for. Depends on the packages we are going for. So what about Python? If you are part of the very first 50 people, you will get access to all my recorded videos on Python Essential. And I showed you on the LMS. If you are part of the very first 50 people that will get access to the bonuses is down here. The bonuses is down here. You can see. Yes, if you are paying, if you take it to any software engineer, they will help you to activate it. It's a lifetime. But if you buy it directly from Microsoft Excel, you pay on monthly subscription. So for me now, I pay on monthly subscription because I train. So as a trainer, we have to always use the latest version, right? But if you are using it to work, you can use just Office 365, right? You don't need it to update every single time. All right, just drop your payment proof in the group. So someone is saying, must we use the paid version? Is it paid? It's not a must for you to use the paid version. You can take it to any software engineer. That's what I said. You can take it to any software engineer to install it for you. So will there be any charges after? No. After this payment, you are not paying anything again. After this payment, you are not paying anything again. So if you have the full payment, you can make the full payment, right? You can make the full payment. If you don't have the full payment, you can deposit 50% and balance up later. But once you balance up, once you pay your full payment, you are not paying anything again. You are not paying anything again. All you just have to do for me, even for the certificate, you are not paying it. The 15,000 covers your class. That is the 12 weeks class, and it also covers your certificate. So any other training after this training, that depends on you. If you want to go for any other training, probably data science or digital marketing or web design or UI UX or cybersecurity, is your choice. You can register. But for now, I'll advise you start with this one. Then after the class, you can register for another course because it's not advisable for you to be getting to be taking 2 different courses at the same time. Are we getting some of the software from you? No, you are not getting the software from me now. You learn how to download it. The only thing you need to install for me is before you start the class is Microsoft Excel. So once you have Microsoft Excel, right? Once you have Microsoft Excel, you will need once you have Microsoft Excel, that's all. You don't need any other thing. Power BI, you learn how to install it. Power BI, you learn how to install it. SQL, you learn how to install it yourself. You learn it in class. The lecturer will teach you how to install it. Where is the office in Nigeria? We have 3 branches in Ikorodu. So if you are closer, if you are in Lagos, so you can come to, if you are in Lagos and you are closer to Ikorodu, you can come to our office. So we have 3 different branches in Ikorodu. What about SPSS? SPSS, we train SPSS. I trained SPSS in statistical analysis. So that is if you register for statistical analysis, but finish one first before you register for another one. So if you are going for statistical analysis, that is where you are going to drop, that's where you are going to learn SPSS, Tata, and SAS. Yeah, 2021 is good. It's perfect. You can use it. So please send me a DM, send me a DM. I will send you the address. So we have one, Mr. Ademola, send me a DM. We have one branch at Agric, we have another branch at Garage, and we have another branch at Benson. So just send me a DM. I will send you the address. So is the 12 weeks period. The day is every Friday and Saturday. Is Friday and Saturday, starting this Friday. So what days will the class be holding? Is every Friday and Saturday. It's online. Is a live class, just like this one on Zoom. It's a live class. So it's every Friday and Saturday, 8:30 to 10. 8:30 to 10. Yes, it's twice a week, every Friday and Saturday. Because I know we know that we are dealing with working class. So you work from Monday to Friday. So that's why I put it Friday night and Saturday night, so that you'll be able to attend the class. So it's every Friday and Saturday. How soon? So latest, if you don't get it tonight, latest tomorrow morning, because they will still be compiling everything, but you get your registration form tonight. You'll be added to the paid group tonight. The address of your Ikorodu office, Mr. Sampson, please send me a DM. So I want to know which one is closer to you. Is it the one at Garage? Is it the one at Benson? Or is it the one at Agric? Let me know the one that is close, the location that you are closer to. Then I'll send you the address of the branch that is there. And also give you the manager number so that you'll be able to speak with the manager. All right. Kenya time is 10:30. It's 10:30 for Kenya, but we are still making adjustment to the Kenya time. Whenever we are done with that, we are going to let you know for Kenya. But for now, you'll still be joining Nigerian and Ghana. So you've made a payment of 8K now. Just drop your payment proof in the group so that our admin will confirm it. Any branch in Port Harcourt, for now, no, but we are coming to Port Harcourt very soon. We are coming to Port Harcourt very soon. We are coming to Abuja, Port Harcourt, and Ghana very soon. 10:30 to 12. That's for your own time. That's for your own time. And it depends on what we are covering. That is what we determine how long. But the minimum is 1 hour 30 minutes every day. That's every Friday and Saturday. The minimum you spend in class. Please, the course content, it will be dropped in the group. The course outline will be dropped in the group. I'll drop it now. Any branch in Ibadan, no, for now. And I'm even coming to Ibadan on Friday or Saturday. I'll be in Ibadan on Friday or Saturday. I have a training there to do. I'll be in Ibadan on Friday or Saturday, Galasese. But for now, we don't have any branch in Ibadan. We don't have any branch in Jos. All our branches are in Lagos right now, for now. So is there any question, any other question before we call it today? We spent 2 hours in this class. Is there any other question? So what of the people that work shifts? Now, the thing is, if you miss a class, the replay of that particular class will be dropped in your group. And you also have access to the elements. So if you miss the class, the replay will be dropped in the group. Do you understand? The replay will be dropped in the group. So once the replay is dropped in the group, you can go through the replay. So if you miss the class, you go through the replay. And if you have any question, you can always call your lecturer or you call me directly to ask any question. All right. No problem, sir. We will come there very soon. Just give us time. Thank you, sir. Where in Ibadan are you coming to? I will be coming to Academy. I think that is the place. I'll be coming to Academy. Yeah. All right. Is there any other question? Please, I have a question. I wish iPhone, you can raise your hand. Yeah, you can raise your hand. I can allow you to unmute. We have a lot of iPhone. I have 3 iPhones here. So I don't know the one that's your own. So just raise your hand. I will allow you to unmute. iPhone, just raise your hand. I will allow you to unmute. Is there any question before we call it a day after iPhone? Raise your hand in the participant section. Any certification? Yeah, you will get certification. Yes, at Iwo Road, yes. You will get the certification after the training. But before you get certification, you will work on your project. You finish your project. Because at the end of exam, that is why I said, if you are lazy, don't bother to join the class if you are lazy. Because you'll be given an assignment, you'll be given a project too. That is what will determine your certificate. And you still write exam. So you'll be given a project and you'll be given an assignment. Is the certificate globally recognized? Yes, our certificate is used everywhere. And we just have like 2 people from Canada that just use our certificate to get a job. I have also another person in US that I wrote a recommendation letter for to get a job. The person actually sent me money after getting the job. So supposing someone pays 2,000 tomorrow, it's late here in Kenya. All right, Rono, send me a DM. Yes, of course, you are going to learn visualization now. You are going to learn visualization. So if you go to the reaction, you see reaction, you see raise hand there. If you go to the reaction, you see raise hand. So just raise your hand. So I allow you to unmute. Or you can call me on phone at the end of the webinar. I'll be able to answer all your questions if you call me. Okay, iPhone is raising hand now. You just drop your hand. Yes. Okay. iPhone, please unmute. iPhone, please unmute.
Hello, good evening. Can you hear me, please?
Yeah, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Please, I actually wanted to ask. My question is too, and I'll try to make it fast because a lot of people are here.
Yeah.
So the first question, the orientation that I've gotten, I was told that data analysis is just analyzing your data, and I was told that if you put it online and try to check it online, like difference between data analysis and data, analytics. Now, I was told that the analytics part is just the extended part of data analysis, but it seems you gave us a different, definition for that. So I just want a clarity on that.
Okay.
Then another one I want to ask now. Now, the example that you gave for the data that you just, showed us, the
Yeah.
example you gave, let's just assume that a company give you that set of data and you were asked to analyze the data, for them. That data now, I think is from 1990 something to 2000 and something like that.
Yeah.
So I really want to know, how does data analysis analysts work? Is it that they work for a particular company throughout, or or just, for example, what you just analyze now, definitely, if you analyze that particular data, tomorrow they will not give you, because I don't know if you are getting what I'm trying to say.
Yes,
Maybe
I'm
tomorrow
getting.
they will not give you that same data again. Do you get? So you have to
Yeah.
go and get that particular data from maybe another company. How does how do you work your working schedule in as a
No
data
problem.
analysis?
I
Like,
understand.
is it possible that you work for a particular company and you are collecting salary,
No,
like that?
no. It's not. If you want to go, data analysis is of 2 phase. So you can either go for the career or you go for the freelancing. You understand? So if you are working as a
Okay.
freelancer, you can get any type of data. For instance, I told you I got a chemical reaction data set that they asked me to analyze. Right?
Okay.
So your data can come in from any phase. So basically, if your data come in from any phase, right, it's still the same things. It's still the same software you are going to use to analyze the data. It's still the same software you are going to use. So it's not a must for you to work for an organization. You can work as a freelancer and be getting projects.
Okay.
For me, I train data analysis and I also collect projects. I don't work for organization on data analysis. I don't work for a particular organization on data analysis. I get projects from them.
Okay.
Then I help them to analyze it and send them the results back.
Back to them, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I'm sorry. Lastly, another question that I want to ask is that, I used to follow a lot of data and analysts on the social media, right?
Yeah.
So okay, there was one guy I was watching on TikTok, I think day before yesterday, and he was saying that he got a job from abroad, that he will be working at home maybe twice in a
Yeah.
week, like
Yeah.
2 hours twice in
Yeah.
a week.
It's
So
normal.
what kind of, for example, the company that is working for, what kind of, analysis is it doing? Is it that the company every week to analyze?
Now,
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I
Does
understand you. I understand you.
okay?
Now,
Can
sometimes your work as an analyst does not necessarily have to be analyzing data.
okay?
You might be helping organization to deal with database. You understand? So you are helping them to query database. So every single day, the moment they have any data, you want to query the database to make sure that data is consistent, right? The consistency of the data is right there. So the data is clean in the database.
Okay.
So whenever you want to analyze,
Okay.
you already know that your data is clean in the database. You just download it and visualize or analyze, generate any report that you want to get. Now, basically, your question that you asked that, the difference between data analytics and data analysis. Data analytics is the name of the field. Now, data analysis is the process of transforming transforming your data, that is bringing out insights of your data. So data analysis is a process whereby data analysis is the name of the field.
Okay, sir. Okay, in case you have any of your social media that you want people to follow, we can actually follow you,
Yeah,
That's
don't
my
worry.
last question.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Okay, thank you.
All those
Thank you, sir.
information, you'll know it's in class.
Okay, sir.
All right. So, someone said, what is your level now in data analysis? I'm the best data analyst anywhere. Check anywhere. This is what I do every day. This is what I do every day, every single day. The moment including Sunday, I work on projects, I train people. That is what I do. And I also try to develop myself. Yes, being the best doesn't mean I know everything. Don't get me wrong. I don't know everything. There are still a lot of, because every day new things are coming out. So as a data analyst, you must be ready to learn, upgrade yourself every single time. You understand? Every single time. You must be ready to learn and upgrade yourself. Do you understand? So, and so I can't answer all this your question. What is the highest certification in data analysis? I can't answer that question in a live class, please. All right. So you must be ready to upgrade yourself every single day. Every single day, right? So you have to always be ready to learn and learn and learn and learn and learn, because new things are going to be coming out every day. They are going to be coming out every day. So you must be ready to learn and upgrade yourself. You must be ready to learn and upgrade yourself. They are coming out with new codes. They are coming out with new software and the like. Can we have access to your slide? The slide will be dropped in the group. All right, I think I've answered all the questions right here in my chat box. So, do you provide a job networks? Yeah, it depends on your location. So we give internship based on request. We give internship based on request. So if we have organizations that are closer to your location that request for intern, so we have a lot of organizations that we partner with, right? So they request for intern and they also request for staffs. So they also request for staff. So we give intern and the likes. So if the organization, we have different organizations across globe, right? If the organization is closer to your location, then we can send you there. We'll drop the message in the group, then we can send you there. So, all right, sorry, when will the class be starting? The class will start on Friday, this particular Friday. That's when the class will start. Please don't be making payments. You missed some part of the, so I will drop the replay in the group, Mr. Adeyinka. You can go through the replay, but basically, we are talking about the 12 weeks masterclass, data analysis masterclass. So it's a 12 weeks class where you are going to be learning a whole lot of things, starting from introduction to Excel to advanced Excel, going into pivot table, going into visualization, data cleaning, data manipulation, learning data analysis expression, data modeling, data visualization with both Excel and Power BI, and database creation, how to query database, all those ones. That is what we are talking about for the next 12 weeks. That's what you will be learning for the next 12 weeks. And it's just 15,000 Naira for Nigerian. If you're in Ghana, it's just 150 Ghana cedis. If you're in Cameroon, it's just 5,000 CFA. And if you're in Kenya, it's just 2,000 Kenyan shillings. All right. So if you are part, and I said you can make a deposit of 50% tonight and balance up next month, right? And also for those people that want to get access to the bonus, it's just for the very first 50 people that will get access to the bonus. So they'll get access to all my recorded videos on Python Essential, monetization of skill course, full Microsoft Word course, and full PowerPoint course. And I show you the LMS. I've already showed you the LMS right here, which is the Digital World LMS. All these are what you are going to get access to. And also, it's a live class. It's a live class. Does this? No, you don't need to have any background knowledge in statistics or mathematics. You'll be taught everything from the total basic. They will teach you everything from the total basic, from introduction to data analysis to introduction to Microsoft Excel. And you're also going to learn how to create a portfolio, how to create a resume. You're going to learn all those ones, how to get a freelance, how to become a freelancer, right? You're going to learn all those ones in the class, and also how to optimize your LinkedIn account. So those are what you are going to learn in this masterclass. All right. I think, thank you very much. It's a live class, so it's a virtual class, live class, every Friday and Saturday. So you need to attend the live class. It's every Friday and Saturday. But if you can't attend the live class, right? If you can't attend the live class, you can also go through the replay of that particular class. You understand? So once you make your payment, you can drop your payment proof in the group. So you can drop your payment proof in the group. Just drop your payment proof in the group so that our admin will confirm it. Then they will send you the registration form to fill. After the registration form, you'll be added to the paid group. Then once you are in the paid group, you'll get access to the LMS. Thank you very much. We spent a whole lot of time together today. I hope you've been able to learn something in today's class. So if you have any question, so whether you joined the class or you did not join the class, you can pick my number from the group and send me a DM or give me a call, right? You can send me a DM or give me a call. And this is my direct number, right? This is my direct number, +234 9166 483003. So this is my direct number. So you can send me a DM or give me a call. I will be there to answer your question. So what is the next after completing the form? Just calm down. After the completion of the form, you'll be added to the paid group. Then once you're added to the paid group, you will get access to the LMS in your mail. Just make sure that you fill the correct mail in the registration form. Make sure that you fill the correct mail in the registration form. All right. So thank you very much for tonight's class. I really appreciate all of you and hope to see you in class +234. That is 9166 483003. So let me type it here. My name is Akeem Abiodun, and my number is 9166 483003. All right, this is my number right here. So you can send me a DM. You can upload your payment proof. Try it's your network. All right, thank you very much, and I'll see you in class on Friday